Hey guys, it's Jamie Slays, and today I've got another mini head for you. The great guys over at Booty Camps have done it again, and they sent me the Diezel mini amp. This mini head is based on the huge success of the Diezel VH4. It's basically for rock and metal tones. If you're looking for clean, you're not going to get it with this one. It's a 30 watt solid state amp. It has a 16 and an 8 ohms output. It has an effects loop, and it has your basic treble, mids, bass, gain controls, with also some presence and some depth. So I've got my Ibanez RGA loaded with my signature legendary pickups, the Gatekeeper, going into the Diezel with no noise gate, no boost or anything like that. All the sounds you're hearing are directly from the amp. Going into the 2 notes captor into iMac using Logic, and I'm using the GGD Zilla amp plugin suite. So let's hear how it sounds. I'm in drop C as well, by the way. Yeah, the gain is coming off pretty well. Like I said at the beginning, it is kind of a heavy rock to metal tone amp. It's based on the VH4. People like James Hetfield, Killswitch Engage, I think Muse have used them as well in the past. Quite a lot of people have used them in albums or live. I think I've definitely seen Metallica playing them in some kind of smaller shows. And my first experience with them was with a band called the Arusha Accord. And I remember being like, wow, there's so many dials on that amp. It was the big kind of huge Diezel. And that was back in like 2010, I think. So yeah, when I heard about the VH Mini, I was like, yeah, I really want to try one. I want to see how it sounds. And I don't know about you, but pretty impressed. So let's dial back the gain a bit and see how it fares with kind of like, you know, hard rock and that kind of stuff. Sounds pretty good also. And the gain is still quite high in terms of, like, you know, low gain settings. So let's just turn it back up a little bit. I've got it now in D standard. I've taken it out of the drop tuning. I think the presence and the deep setting actually make quite a big difference as well. I'd usually instinctively just chuck a boost in front of this. I'd put like a tube screamer or something like that, and put the gain back to like 4 or 5. But this is actually doing pretty well. Diezel are kind of known for that kind of bassy, controlled kind of Germanish sound. Diezel are known for that kind of bassy but controlled low end sound. And yeah, I'm noticing that a lot with the deep and the bass dials. You don't really have to have them too close to 10 to get a good sound out of them. I generally like a lot of treble in the kind of presets I make, but I'm trying to, kind of the more I play around with amps, use the treble less and maybe use the presence a bit more. But as you can see here, I've turned the presence all the way back. Sounds pretty good. Let's just try it the opposite way around and do the presence where the treble was and the treble where the presence was. Oh yeah, it sounds very kind of mid-rangey now. Let's see. You can also take the gain really far back and sort of simulate a clean channel. Doesn't really work though because it's kind of a crunch and gain channel. It will try and do it. You could probably roll the volume back on your guitar. There you go. But that's a lot of fiddling around. Yeah, you can tell the amp doesn't want to do that. There you go, you can see it does that kind of crunchy Guns N' Roses Velvet Revolver System of a Down kind of vibe. And then if you want to go to kind of older System of a Down, it does it all. It does do the low gain, it does do the high gain. Let's turn it down a little bit, I've got it a bit loud. Obviously if you change the IRs that you're using, it can change the overall sound of it. If you put it through a cab, it will change the overall sound of it. If you use it as a power amp for something else, it will change the overall sound of it. But I'm really impressed. I'm always impressed with the mini heads that I get sent, the Bogner I had and this Diezel one, and I've not played the Friedman one yet, but I've heard great things about it, and I just can't believe, you know, it's a 30 watt head in that tiny little thing. And yeah, it's got an effects loop as well. I've got a playthrough at the end of the video where I play with drums and stuff, and you can hear kind of how it sounds in a mix with my amazing mixing skills. But I just wanted to, yeah, play through it, play around with the dials and show you how kind of versatile it is. Again, completely amazed by the amount of gain that this amp puts out. I instinctively always just throw a boost in front of it, but when I try and do these reviews I try not to do that because I want you to hear the amp as it sounds. And yeah, really impressed, pleasantly surprised. So yeah, let me know in the comment section below what you thought of the amp. Thanks again to Boutique Amps for sending the amp on over and sponsoring the video, really appreciate it. Like the video if you like it when I do stuff like this, because then I know that you love it when I do little amp reviews. And don't forget to subscribe, because I'm doing new videos all the time, literally every week. Stick around for the playthrough, and I'll see you guys next week for some more videos. Bye everyone.